Here's the article I'm bringing. Pablo, tell them about it.
Hit him, Pablo.
So the headline is, I want to get the citation right because it is app.com.
And what's that?
Which is
I'm down with APP.
You know me.
The Asbury Park Press.
Of course.
We all know that.
Of course.
It's just Bruce Springsteen at a typewriter going, I don't know what's going on else. I guess gym memberships. Today, a factory closed down. In sports.
In sports, a screen door
DeVito
slam.
seems like a cool kid, man. Bruce Springsteen.
NJ bill would allow consumers to cancel gym memberships online and easily.
Impossible. That's a trap.
Why?
To quote Admiral Akbar, that's a trap.
Why?
Gym memberships are notoriously.
But that's what I'm saying. I think this is the government's getting involved.
The government is now threatening.
They're like, excuse me, you can't keep backing these people into a corner, which, to be clear, we were told explicitly to do.
So Katie is using the word we. And we should explain this.
We should. In a previous life,
Many
before
lives
her
ago.
superpowers, before the spider bit her, before the hilarious, the funny spider bit her, she was selling memberships at Equinox on the Upper East Side.
That's right.
You got to explain, Katie, though, where Equinox ranks in the hierarchy of gyms.
Especially in New York City.
Yes.
It is upper echelon.
And this was LA Fitness was just coming onto the scene when I was at Equinox. Equinox was
Planet Fitness around, a.k.a. the bargain bin?
Planet
the
Fitness.
Ross of
Bargain
gyms?
bin for us was 24-hour fitness, which was like half a block away, open 24 hours.
And is that done?
I don't know. I don't
Every
keep up on the
24-hour
industry
fitness
anymore.
I remember being around.
It's gone.
Closed.
And 24-hour fitness was a literal thing. It was open 24 hours a day.
Yes, and that was the hardest thing to sell against, is people would be like, well, I can get this membership for a lot cheaper across the street, and I can go 24 hours a day.
I can go at 3:30 a.m.
And so we were prepared to, that's what I was supposed to say. I'm like, look, that sounds good on paper, but you're basically going to go to the gym at the same time every day. And the odds of it being 3 a.m. are pretty low. It's actually bad for you to go to the gym at 3 a.m. unless you're working that kind of schedule. Do you work that kind of a job where you work at night and you sleep during the day?
They would say back into it.
And then I'd say, okay, well, then let's just be honest. I think you'd rather have a gym that you can know is going to be not crowded, it's going to be clean, you're going to have nice equipment.
Well, what are some of the amenities at
Well, we've got
Equinox?
these chilled eucalyptus towels available on every floor.
Was that the first thing you led with?
Because it was the thing that I cared the most about. I was like, look, these towels are already cold and they smell like a tree.
Yeah.
You just put those right on your neck. You can take as
style.
many of them as you want
Did you ever
to.
steal them?
I would use them. Look,
Like,
the
bring
most
them
I ever
home?
went to a
Would
gym
you
was when I
phlegm
worked
into
there.
them?
I didn't.
Did you ever sneeze into them?
Yeah.
No. They're wet.
Well, that's the perfect crime.
Yeah.
It's like murdering somebody with an icicle.
It melts. It's gone.
No evidence.
Is that snot or just eucalyptus?
Who's to
no
say?
one knows.
No, I think it would sting to blow your nose with them. They were really strong.
Dude, you'd be one of those things you go, I regret this. I regret this. Oh my God, it's in my eyes. Sir, you didn't happen to sneeze into the eucalyptus towel, did you?
But you had a list of things that you were, I guess, taught.
Yeah, we had a whole
raised
training
to sell.
program that I did really well at. Turns out I was a good salesman. I just didn't like the way it made me feel on the inside because I was trapping people into these memberships because it was impossible to cancel them. We would have initiation fees. I don't know if this is how gym memberships still work. This was many moons ago, fresh out of college. So I was putting my degree to good work.
Yeah.
There was an initiation fee of a couple $100, and then every month they would pay like $175 to go to the gym.
$175 a month?
If you wanted to go to all of them. That was the all access. Again, at the time, who knows what it is now. One gym was $135.
One gym.
Yeah.
So one gym is $135. $175
Plus like a
is every gym.
$300 initiation fee. Unless you signed up in December or January was the big push, and I think you could get no initiation fee.
Now, let's say I'm in. Let's say I come in the door, right?
I wish to be initiated.
Jump us in to Equinox. How do you get out of an Equinox membership?
You have to wait a year. You have to be there for at least a year, and then you have to go in and cancel.
I mean, they really
You got to show up.
You have to show
but they
up.
make it like a Saw movie where they're like, somewhere there's a key that gets you out of this lock. You have to cut off your leg.
Well, at one point, it was during the recession, hence why I didn't have a job, and people were getting laid off, and people were like, if I can't join this because I might be about to lose my job.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want to sign up
And
for
then
the
you
year
go,
deal.
And then you'll have so much more time for your fitness.
So then I think the company started to be like, if you get I don't want to say a pink slip, but basically like if that you can bring that in.
That's so
and we'll
funny.
let you out of your. If you can
Like a
prove they
coupon?
laid you off, we'll let you out of your
A
gym membership.
shame walk to your Equinox.
Yeah,
Where you go, I can no longer work out here, and they're like, why? They've let me go.
because people weren't signing up because they were like, "There's no way I'm going to be stuck in this for a year, and if I get laid off, there's no way I'll be able to afford it." And so we were like, "Well, don't. We'll still sign. You should
You're like,
still sign.
let's turn that pink slip into a punch
still
card.
sign."
Did you only get paid if they got signed?
That was my commission. I think I got like $12,000 a year. So
Base.
Nothing. Yeah. And then you would get
okay,
paid
so this is important.
based
So
off
so Katie Nolan as recruiter of vulnerable people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So by the way, this story is coming out uncoincidentally. It's December.
Yeah. If you're going to join a gym, do it now.
You're right now the best deals?
Because they're high. That was when again, this could all be different now. Many moons ago, but our highest quota was in December. So you were like doing anything you could to sign people because they expected you to sign a ton of people. And if you hit your quota, you got your bonus. And if you went above your quota, everything above that, you got like extra money.
Damn.
So it was like, and if you didn't hit your quota, you were in trouble.
Do you remember at all what the quota was?
No.
Like how many memberships?
No, I don't even remember your phone number. Numbers in my brain just disappear.
It is true.
So
Numbers
six,
are your...
Does it start with a 6?
No. Well,
No, 303 because of the band.
There you go.
303.
Got the Colorado area code.
And that's all that matters.
But wait, so let's take it from, I've walked into this Equinox. Which Equinox were you at?
I was at 54th and 2nd.
Okay.
Have you called
Which was
previously?
right by where I worked at Dos Caminos on 50th and 3rd.
Which is, there's so many times in our lives where
a virtuous cycle.
I'm telling you, I know this sounds corny, but there's
consumption.
so many times in our lives where we just missed each other. And I feel like that's proof to me that
There is
this
somebody
was meant
who
to be.
ate at Dos Caminos and then had to work out at Equinox.
Yeah, I probably sold them on that shrimp quesadilla folded.
And then I probably had my friend go help clean it up in the bathroom after they left the gym.
Okay, wait. So
had you previously called or spoken to anybody at an Equinox when you walked in for your membership today?
No, I've
You're a fresh walk-in.
Yep, I'm somebody who has wanted to be better about my health.
We'll get into all that.
Okay.
I just need to know sales-wise.
If
you've spoke, because so many times we had this guy Andre, who was one of the salesmen at our Equinox, he was like an institution at Equinox. He'd been there since I feel like it opened, but he wasn't like beloved by the company, and I wondered why. Because he sold so many memberships. It's because he didn't do it the Equinox way. He just cast a very wide net with
whoever came
lead
in.
generation, and then whenever anybody would come in, it would be Katie, you're up for a walk-in. Here's a walk-in, and I'd get all excited, and then they'd look in the. Luckily, if they caught it early, they would go straight to Andre. But sometimes I would get through the whole tour, the whole sales pitch, and then I would put their name into the system and be like, "So you spoke with Andre previously?" And they were like, "Yeah, oh, that's right, I did." And I'm like, "Let's get you signed up." And then Andre would stand outside my office with a big smile on his because that was his sale now. But anyway, if you'd never spoken to anybody and you walked into an Equinox,
I gotta say, I spoke to Andre.
Well, let me just walk. But see, if you say it early, I go, let me just bring you over to Andre. And then he would huff and puff. He hated
sign you up.
It was Andre the Giant.
Thank you. Tiny little Katie. You're gonna love the eucalyptus towels.
But Andre sucked at like the tour and stuff. He didn't like doing any of the schmoozing, which was the only part I was good at.
Andre was a strategist, though.
Yeah, Andre was he wanted you to have to do all the
He
work.
wanted to pee on every possible tree.
That's right.
He got him too.
He was a urologist of a salesman.
And they didn't like him. The company didn't.
Well, they
like him?
did. They liked the numbers, but he wasn't held up as like this is our greatest salesman because he wasn't a good salesman.
So
Cheat
that's
code.
the skill, though. The salesmanship skill is the thing that fascinates me most about Katie Nolan, Equinox salesperson.
Yeah.
Because if I'm coming in cold off the street, it's December, I'm self-conscious, but I'm obviously very lazy.
Yeah.
How are you possibly convincing me to drop all of the money you've described?
Okay, I mean, you want to know?
Yeah.
I would take them on a walk it was 3 floors. So I would show them all the different, I would ask them about their fitness goals. I would ask them about their experience with going to the gym and if they never went before.
Would you ever prod or poke them and go,
Keno escalate.
sign you up?
No. I would never do. You mean like touch their problem areas?
Yeah, go like, yeah, we can fix that.
No.
Okay.
I put these calipers on me. Let me just take some quick measurements.
I was more like I found a thing to relate to. There was one woman that
negging people.
that was like very rich. And I still, to this day, I look back on this interaction. I'm like, what was that lady? She was very rich, and she was wanted a gym membership, and then she liked me by the end of it, and she she was like, I just am afraid I won't ever go. And I'm afraid I'll sign up for this membership and I won't ever go. And a main thing I always went to was if you're spending $135 on it, you'll go.
Yeah.
If you spend $20 on it, you won't go. But $135, that's an investment in yourself. That's an investment in your health. You're holding yourself
Giving a
accountable. You
halftime
will
speech.
go.
I'm reaching for my wallet.
And this lady said she still wouldn't go. And I said, how about this? If we go a week and I don't see you, I'll call you. I'll go to the gym with you. I'll come work out next to you on my lunch break. We'll go on the days that I can go. I'll make sure you're here. If we don't see you, I'll call you.
I will find you.
And she was like, okay. And then this lady became like my friend. She gave me her credit card. She treated me like her assistant. One day she took me to that Fuerza Bruta. Remember that show in Union Square? I think it was called Fuerza Bruta. I could be making this up.
Fuerza Bruta is a band. It's a postmodern theater show that premiered in Buenos Aires in 2005.
One night she just took me. We went on this trip. We went to Fuerza Bruta. We went to her apartment.
Mama?
I remember it was raining and my socks got wet. I still have these socks that this lady gave me that night. Could not tell you her name. Could not tell you how I ended up, why I said yes to any of this. But I went, so it's like a live performance that they do right in front of you. It's kind of like a small Cirque du Soleil
Do you think
type thing.
how old was she?
Oh, I'm bad at this. But
At
I would
the
say
time, would
maybe
you say
50s.
in her 50s?
Maybe.
Do you think there's an off chance that on January 9th, she'll be watching Celebrity Jeopardy and she'll be like, that's my Katie. That's Wet Sock Katie.
That's Equinox Katie.
I took her to a performance.
She wrote this big long letter on the back of a receipt about how I should be promoted within Equinox. She was a very sweet woman. But that's why I couldn't handle it emotionally.
Yeah.
I signed enough
Sweetie pie.
people up for the gym, and I'm like, I got 7 people who didn't show up this week. I have to call them.
Yeah.
I have to let them know I care.
You don't have the thing in you that can shut off.
That's
that
like, I
part.
sold you that, but I'm not going to do. I can't make a
Right.
campaign promise and then not follow through.
Unlike a real world cast member, you were there to make friends.
Yes. Yeah.
I was there for the wrong reasons, which was to be friendly with everybody. So
But you had, it just sounds like you had a methodology.
we were given like I forget what they were called, but we practiced like when somebody's you have to
It's
get
sounding
you have to hear
Scientological
no,
the more that
you have
I
to hear
think
no
about this.
7 times before you can let them out of your office. You can't
Wow.
accept no
Wow,
until
Matt
7
Lauer.
the
Hit
No
seventh
the
means
lock
no
button.
if you
Hit
say
the lock
no
button,
7
dude.
times.
Get him in. No means yes until 7. It's like Will Ferrell in The Spy Who Shagged Me, where he goes, damn, 7 times. You know, and he goes, 3 times, damn it. We're like, let me out. No, let me out. No. And he gets to 7, you're like, all right,
It got to the point where for people like me, you would look for anything that sounded even kind of like a no and been like, I count that. That was
Yeah.
1 because I didn't want to have to act. Getting somebody to say no 7 times, it's like the
You
cable
really are-
people when they called me. You start to feel crazy where you're like, I don't want this. Cancel this. I had people get to the point where when they were like, is there anything I can say to get out of this office? And I was like, that helps. That's 6.
That is
That's
nuts.
6.
It's
Closer, warmer.
Closer.
like, well, you could call State Senator Gordon Johnson.
Yeah.
Because
so
apparently
so they're going to make a law pass that only in New Jersey, right? I assume.
I believe
Which
it will
is-
Which
begin
is a
in New
big
Jersey.
gym.
Mecca for gyms.
It's a big gym state.
Is that right?
Gym Tam Laundry.
Gym Tam
that is.
Laundry.
Oh, of course, GTL.
Yeah, yeah. If you're Jersey gyms are on a different level,
Yeah, Jersey Mike's, I believe they're called.
but they just the amount of it
Both love
clearly
carbs.
was such a problem that a politician in New Jersey
was like, hey, listen.
listen, I'm trapped in 3 different ones, bro. All right, and I need a different one for my powerlifting, to get toned, to get strength. So they finally got it.
They should make it. It
I
should
just
be.
like how-
you should be able to call.
But why is canceling a gym membership should not need to be like a Jason Statham movie.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you this right now. Where he's like, you've only got 5 no's. 2 more, maybe I'll let you out of the office. Sorry, you've got to blast your quads on Tuesday, or it ain't working. Do you want to try the eucalyptus leaves? They're unbelievable.